Howdy everybody, it's Amy here from Amy Sparkly Diamond Painting. How are you doing today? Hopefully everything is going well for you. Well, we are finally back from our vacation. I didn't mention that I was leaving when we did go. We weren't quite sure how long we were going to be gone or how it was going to go. So the way we like to do vacations is we do road trips and we don't really plan other than trying to get to a destination. So we don't have hotel reservations, nothing like that. We just kind of go and see where it takes us. So this time we did go all the way down to the southern tip of Key West, Florida, which if we had driven straight through would have been close to 30 hours of driving with the route that we did. We went down one way, back another way. But we spread it out over several days. We only drove about 6 to 8 hours a day. And then once we got down there, we decided to stay an extra day, which was good because we had only planned on one night really in Key West. But with all that driving, we really needed a couple days to be at a destination before we got back in the car and headed right back. But all went well for the trip and I am back, and I'm going to do an unboxing here of some minis. So this is a mini haul of minis, and I appreciate you guys letting me kind of take a break there for 4 or 5 days from videos. I had a few videos that I had already put up just waiting for me to share with you while I was on vacation. I kind of shared them every other day while we were gone, but near the end I ran out and I just needed a couple days break once we got home to catch up with laundry and all that other good stuff. So I appreciate your patience, but I'm back and we're going to talk some mini sets. So what I have here is a second order that I placed with Pretty Little Gem. I did buy another large canvas, which was the first one that I reviewed from them. The large Planet Earth was the first canvas I had ever bought from Pretty Little Gem. And I know they've been known for minis. I think they used to go by the name Diamond Art King that used to advertise on Facebook. And I don't know when, why, how they changed their name or anything like that. I didn't buy from them when they were the other company, but I did go ahead and place that order once I found the Planet Earth. So very good review of that one, and I enjoyed it enough that I went ahead and made another purchase. So I got some of the minis, and then I have another large one which is on the way. And then these two I got from Amazon. Forever Young is doing mini sets, and this was kind of a cool box that it came in here. So I got this on Amazon, so we're going to check that out. And I've done some of these before and I have reviewed them, but I made a couple other purchases for one of their big Amazon sale days. This one was animals. It's a newer one and there are 16 in here. But what I found with these, I'm going to unbox them for you and you'll see they are thicker, which means that you can't really use a light pad with them. So I don't do these quite as often as I do the other ones. And of course we have the Diamond Art Club mini dazzles, and also the Paint Gem minis. Make Market does minis, as well as all the ones you can find on Temu and other budget-friendly places. So minis have kind of taken over as a very popular thing, and I know I enjoyed them because it's just kind of a quick diamond painting break and makes you feel like you're accomplishing something. So what I have here, I went ahead and picked National Parks set 1 and 2 from Pretty Little Gem. And I mentioned it before on another video, I think my end of the month video. Let me reach over here because I've been doing the Paint Gem Mini National Parks here. That's what this whole pile is. And then the last couple days I've done 4 of my mini dazzles of the National Parks. So I thought it would be a good way to kind of compare how these stack up to the other mini sets. Now, some of the other companies don't have national parks. They have other things. But from seeing how these looked on the pictures, I think I know how this is going to go, but never judge a book by its cover. We're going to open them up and take a look. So first one here, we'll start with National Parks number 1. And also thank you to everybody that did follow that link. I had a friends and family link. Everybody gets one from Pretty Little Gem. After your first order, they do have a rewards point system, but also if somebody makes a purchase with your link, then you get $10. So I'm actually up to enough to almost buy another diamond painting thanks to y'all and your support from using my little discount there. So we're gonna see how their minis look. So first off, we have them bagged up in baggies. We do have a toolkit here. Looks like we have a sticker sheet, and then we have the minis, and they are a little bit bigger actually than I thought. But we're gonna look at all of this, and I will do kind of a comparison video at the end. This is just the unboxing part. Not at the end of this video, but at another video after I have a chance to work on some of these. So let's see what we have here for the toolkit. And one thing to notice already, these are metal tweezers and very, very sharp. So you want to be careful with them, but these are good metal tweezers. Most of the mini sets come with plastic tweezers, but of course Mini Dazzles from Diamond Art Club don't come with tweezers anymore, but we all have a lot of tweezers, but we don't have the plastic ones in here, which is good. Because I think that was part of my review actually, was maybe a sticker sheet would be nice and get rid of the plastic tweezers. So we do have a blue squishy here and a blue pen. And then we have blue wax, and it looks like one pad, but these are minis. You don't need that much wax. And then the basic tray here. So that is the toolkit. Very nice toolkit for squares. Oh, and I should probably show, there are a couple of multi-placers here. Of course, you don't do multi-placing as often with the minis, but you can. But there's they're the thin plastic, and we have what looks like a 4 and a 6 or 7 there. So very nice little toolkit to go with these. And here is our sticker sheet here. They are pre-cut, so they just peel right off. I don't want to mess any up here. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in each row. So that's 36. Looks like 43 colors in this set. And I don't think there are any special diamonds. I wasn't expecting any. So Paint Gem Minis don't come with them either. So that's about a standard number of colors. Let's see, the canvases come protected in a plastic bag here. And I thought maybe there were 12 in this set, but I'm not completely sure. That's a pretty thick stack here. So we'll take a look one at a time and count them at the end. So there's the first one. And they are not labeled which national park is which. So that, I don't know. It's not on the packaging. So I guess we get to use our imagination a little bit. I don't see any labeling for which park is which. That's one thing that I do like about Paint Gem Minis, is they do tell you which park is which. So I'll have to check their website to see if I can see that. So ring light's giving a little bit of a glare. But it looks like I see some cactus in here and some mountains in the background, so that might be saguaro. This looks like the redwoods there. And that looks like some sort of beach scene maybe. There's some sort of mountain with a lot of black here. That number 1 there is black, so I'm not completely sure about that one. There's that one. That one must be representing arches, maybe. And there's that one. I'm just going to keep saying there's that one because I don't really know. This one's kind of interesting because it looks like one of the tropical sites here, but this tree is done in black, kind of a shadow there. Interesting. No, there's arches. That's arches. It's Devil's Tower, and that's something. So that is our first set. I believe there are 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So one of the things I noticed right off the bat is they are a little bit more diamond painting than the Paint Gem Minis. but maybe close to the same of the Diamond Art Club Mini Dazzles. So it looks like, I won't count it on camera, but I will have all that information when I do a final review with all of them done. And I hope to show wherever these overlap is the word I'm looking for, where they overlap with the other sets. I will show them side by side. So what I was thinking as I saw them was that they would be pretty simplified. That was the thing I said. I kind of had an idea how this was going to go. And looking at them, I do still have that feeling they are a little bit simplified. But they are minis. But there's an awful lot of sky in a lot of these. That's just my first impression here, is that a lot of these, the actual part of the national park seems to be pretty low down in the picture, and there's a lot of sky in all of these. So just something I noticed. This one doesn't have a lot, but it does have a lot going on down there with the water. And even Arches has just a little bit here, and it's mostly sky. So just an observation, not saying that's good or bad, because I like sky. As a meteorologist, I love clouds, so that's not a problem for me, but it could be for some. So here we have the diamonds. They are acrylic. I have checked on their website, but they look really, really nice. There you can see the white here, and please excuse my fingernail polish. I can't keep it on. But each bag has the number here. This is color number 43. It is B5200. And I think this is related to the set, because they all say that same number at the bottom here. So there's blue. Actually, they look pretty good. I'm curious. I need to double check whether they're acrylic or resin, because they could be resin, because I'm not seeing any dimples or anything like that. So maybe they are resin. But here's all the colors, and they do give you the DMC numbers. And the way these typically work is you peel off the sticker that matches the DMC number, and that way you can label it with the symbol on it as well as the DMC number. And that's what I do. I just work out of baggies for these small ones, because they don't take that long to do, so I just keep them in the baggies rather than trying to kit them up. So we've got all these colors here. Here's lots more turquoise, and then little bits of other colors. There's 939, and we'll do the shake test for 939 here. Just pour some out and see how they look here. They do have a lot of shine to them, and not seeing any trash here. They are lining up, because that's one of the things. If you have drills with a lot of trash drills in them or tabs, they won't line up very well. So they're lining up pretty well, and they are pretty shiny there. So they look like very nice drills. So that's 939. Grab another handful here, browns and grays, just little bits of a lot of these colors, maybe just in one or two of the little pictures. But I prefer for minis, there's a lot of sets I don't own. I don't collect all the minis. I prefer the ones that are landscapes and have complete diamonds all the way up to the edge, not the partials. I do have some of the partials, because that used to be all you could get, but if I do pick out which ones I get, it's going to be the ones that have the complete diamond painting done, and usually landscapes. Now for butterflies and a couple other subjects, I will go ahead and just buy the set anyway if they are partials, but there are several that I have not purchased because of that. Now a couple of these bags, this one was slightly opened here, I noticed that, which means I have a few stray drills in there, but no big deal. It's a baggie. It's easy to close. So these are all the colors. Now national parks by their nature are going to have a lot of brown and white and blue in them. There's some grays and greens, lots of greens. So those are the typical colors you would expect, but 43 colors is pretty good. And the amount of drills in these bags looks like plenty, but of course we won't know until we get it done. So that is National Park set number 1. And they are indeed just a little bit bigger than I expected, which is a good thing. Because they don't really show them completed on their website. They show kind of computer mock-ups of them. And sometimes it's just hard to tell. And they do have a nice purple box here that's very sturdy to keep them in. So they are very portable. I'm going to, I'll put the toolkit back in there too. Just to keep them together. I'm not going to put it all in the bag. But I will put all the pieces in there. Okay. And because they do have the sleeve, you can put this back on so you know which set is which, depending on how you store your minis. So there's National Park Set 1. And that's why I got a couple other minis, because I figured these would go pretty quick to go through. So I tried to make this a long enough video to be worth your while by adding in some other mini sets there. So let's see what National Park set number 2 looks like. Hopefully they're close to the same size, which I bet they will be. Got the neat box. This one looks a little bit different. So this is number 2. And this looks familiar. This looks a little more like a Paint Gem copy. I mean, they're not exact copies. The artwork is different. I can tell you that already because they are larger. That tells me right away the artwork is a little bit different. But since I've done most of the national parks from Paint Gem, I can also tell by looking at the pictures that they are different artwork. But this one doesn't have quite as many colors. Here we got box number 39, I'm guessing maybe that means there. They do have a lot of different mini sets. And this looks like 36 colors there. And we got the diamonds. And toolkit looks the same. No need for me to open that. So we do have the code on there in case they get separated or in case you purposely store them separated. So I don't think I have to open all of these this time. We'll just kind of take a look here. I'll keep this one closed up. But a lot of the colors you would expect, light blues, greens. There are a little bit of pink and red in here. A little bit different colors. But this is the same kind of folder that Paint Gem Minis come in. And I haven't seen much from Paint Gem Minis lately, but I am on their Facebook page, and somebody asked about restocks, and they said they do have a couple new ones coming. So, ooh, we got some more goodies here. I thought it felt kind of full. We have one of these. So these are silicone, and they are sticky. You peel one side off, and you can actually put your mini on that while you work on it, and it will hold it in place. So I'm kind of curious though, because it looks like it will go over the edge just a little bit. Doesn't quite cover, it mostly covers, but it doesn't quite cover the entire painting. Just a few on the edge it looks like, because if I can see through it there. It's just the corner 4 or 5 diamonds that won't be covered by that. But that gives you a little more padding to work on them, like on a plane or something, because planes can be bumpy sometimes. You don't want your diamond painting moving around. So that's kind of cool. Wasn't expecting that. So here's the national parks here. That's a cave. You can see the sky through there. So that's one of the caves. I'm gonna have to study up on my national parks here. I got some rocks. That looks like white sands. And is that a hoodoo from Bryce Canyon maybe? And more big redwoods. Now that's Bryce Canyon. You can recognize that. Thor's hammer, I think they call it. So I'm not sure what the other one is then. There's a winter scene, maybe Glacier Lake. Not sure. Is that Yosemite, maybe? Don't know. Another arch, but that's a desert scene. Kind of puzzled by that one. This one I keep trying to turn upside down. Maybe that's an aurora borealis there. Don't know. And then that one. So a little puzzled about what's what. I will again double check the website. But it looks a lot like the number of colors per design is about equal to maybe Paint Gem Minis. I hate to keep comparing, but that's what they're closest to. So you can see there is some multi-placing here, or color blocking areas in the sky as you go down. On this one, a lot of horizontal lines here. They're not too complicated. If you're new at squares, you can see kind of a very faint outline of each square, so you just kind of aim for the middle and put it in. Of course, I won't know about the spacing until I start working on it, but based on the other one, their spacing was great for the bigger one. It was nice and tight, so I don't think that'll be a problem here as well. So diamonds look great. As we saw in the first one, the pictures look pretty good. They're a little blocky, but they are minis. Let me put this back in there. And this little extra goodie was nice. So their first kit may have been a slightly older one, and it looks like maybe they've done improvements with the more recent ones here. So not quite as many colors with this one, but still plenty of colors for what they are. So that is our National Parks number 2, and it does indeed look like there's some overlap in parks with these compared to the other sets. So I will have some examples that I can show you once I get them done. I'll put that on later. You don't want to watch me struggle. So I went ahead and got a third set here. Now this one is a set that I don't believe is full coverage. I think these are partials, but I wanted to get a little Christmas mini set because these make good mini gifts, and they are pretty quick and easy to do. So this is their Christmas animal set. So check out how many different sets they have on their webpage, because they have a ton. So the toolkit looks to be the same, metal tweezers, all the blue goodies in there. We got the diamonds here. This is kit number 54. They look great. Not a whole lot of colors in this one. Looks like 36 colors in this one as well. And there is a little bit of marking here on this, but that's not going to affect the sticker at all. It only really hits $9.95, $33.71 a little bit, and it's just background. Doesn't affect anything, so that's cool. But let's see what kind of cute animals we have here. So this will, hopefully this one did not come with the squishy. So I think that must be only their newer sets. Or maybe you just get one per package, so they may have some set aside, and I'm not sure how they would do that though. Have stacks, some with and some without, and they give you one in a multi-order. I don't know. You'll have to try it and see. But here we've got cute little piggy doggy thing. We'll know better once we get the diamonds on it. And there's a reindeer. Oh, there's a puppy. It is pretty cute. It's a thing. Wrapped in a blanket, drinking hot cocoa. That's cute. And another thing. It is a very purple thing. I was wondering, maybe it's an outfit, but I can't completely tell. It looks like a Christmas bunny rabbit. Purple kitty. I guess they're not trying to be realistic with the animal colors there. It looks like a thing. There's another. There's a bear. It's an owl. That one's cute. I mean, they're all cute, but the owl is especially cute. And then a little birdie. So these are partials, so they don't have the full coverage filled in there. But I like the way they still have like the snowflakes and stuff there. And I believe it was 12 here. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm not sure if 12 is their standard set. I'll have to go back and take a closer look, but I'll cover some of that on the review part when I actually do some of these and let you know what I think. So there's our third set, our Christmas animals. Those are cute. Okay, now let's get into what you can find on Amazon. So again, this is not a PR package or any sort of review for Pretty Little Gem. I purchased them with my own money, so. But I will have a link below and check them out if you like minis. So this company I've bought a lot of storage from, Forever Young, and I really enjoyed their storage, especially the way they packed them in boxes like this. So if you like trays or plastic containers for diamonds, that's what I always think of when I think of Forever Young. But they are dipping into diamond paintings now, and they're starting small. So they do have a couple sets of these minis, and they do have their own web page as well. Although I got this from Amazon. Let me get the plastic off and then I'll keep talking. So I did purchase this from Amazon, but they do have their own website, and they have a lot more choices for diamond paintings on there, but they're all small. They all run maybe $10 or $12, but they're a little bit smaller than like a full size. They're even smaller than 30 by 40s or anything like that. They're pretty little, but they're also a lot of I wouldn't really say horror type, but they don't have a whole lot of artwork in their other sizes that I would like. So I'm waiting until they have something that's interesting to me before I buy some of their bigger paintings. But anyway, Forever Young. And I liked their other stuff because they put goodies in there. And this indeed, is this one of the cell phone holders? I think that could be a cell phone holder. Have to check that out. So it does have their branding on it. If you've ever done one of these Forever Young, let me know. But I have a cell phone holder that's diamond painted from another company, and that's why I'm thinking that that may be what that is. So that can hold your phone while you're doing diamond painting. We have not only baggies here, but we have stickers. So you do have to probably put your own stickers together, is what I'm guessing from this, or they're just extras, but looks like sticker labels and baggies. And surprisingly, this kit looks pretty familiar. It looks very similar, although it's missing some of the goodies that the Pretty Little Gem has. So I see here it's a little more basic here. So you just get the pen, the wax, basic wax, and the tray, and the squishy. So that's all. There's no multi-placers, no tweezers, and the wax is just a plain pad of wax. So then we have our diamonds here, and they are in trains here. We have the number here, Mini Gem 04, and it looks like they all have the letter A for maybe diamond painting A, and they have a DMC number as well as the number on the order that it's on the key. Now these look like acrylic diamonds, I believe, but it's hard to tell. It really is pretty hard to tell these days. So we'll just have to look around, see what I can find, and let you know when I get to the review part. But that says A, this one says B, this one says D, so this one must be C, and I see AB drills. So in that one, there you can see some. So we do have AB drills with these. There's some reds, And it looks like, trying to tell if the A, B, C, and D just means like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and they all go for all the paintings, or if there are 4 subsets in here, because it looked like a lot of AB drills in that one and none in the others. So maybe, maybe not. Let's dig further and see what we can find. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look here. Oh, we do have sticker sheet. How nice. Okay, so these stickers that come with the baggies, I thought, well, maybe they don't come with the sticker sheet, but they do. So those are just extras if you want to save your drills or store them. So these are indeed little bitty stickers here. And they do peel off. They are pre-cut. And it looks like 79 different colors on this one. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in this set because it is a calendar set. So this is one for each month of the year here. So 12 was 79 colors, and you got your instructions here and a thank you. I've always liked Forever Young's packaging and attention to detail on stuff, so it's nice to see that continues on, because I thought these looked kind of thick, and they are indeed. These are not on fabric, these are on cards. So that is going to be just a little bit more difficult for me. See, they're like postcards here because you can't use a light pad, but maybe I can with these because they are kind of thin. I'll have to give it a try. So it just means that I have to do them in the daylight. That's where I tend to run into trouble, but it looks like it's pretty clear. They remind me a lot of this brand. Starting to see a lot of trends here, like they all print from the same manufacturer maybe. So this is really thick cover paper here, very sticky, but the printing looks good, and these are big for a set of 12. So I don't remember exactly what I paid for them. I will put the link below, but I like that this set was 12 months of the year on here. I've also gotten the cactus set, I believe, but they only have a few sets available right now of these. I guess they're waiting to see how well they sell, but let's move on so you can see other pictures here. So there's an autumn. That looks like another winter scene. There's pumpkins there. That looks very spring-like. Looks like they're a little bit out of order, maybe. Maybe not, because that's another winter one, and then that's a summer one. It looks like a summer beach there, sitting on the balcony with your drink, looking out over the water. Here's the tent for camping. Wherever these are from, they have winter for a lot of the year. Because there are several that have snow on them. Interesting. And then there's another maybe spring, summer scene there. So that's all 12, and I think a little bit higher quality here, but you may not be a big fan of the trains, and that's a lot of storage, but they do give you baggies. So doing 78 colors, there may be enough here, but we all get lots of baggies. So you could kit them up and put them in baggies, but you do need to kit them up because they are in the train here. So let's open the one with the AB drills and see how many AB colors, because this is indeed the case where instead of the A, B, C, D being grouped by painting, they're just 4 different bags to get the whole set in there. So it looks like we have, here's where the special drills start, way up here. So we have 1, 2, 3 ABs here. Then the Z's are typically glitter drills, which we have 5 of those, and then another AB and another glitter. So lots of special drills in there. So we'll take a look and see what their glitter drills look like. I think it was this one where I was seeing a lot of those. Sorry about the noise, but noise comes with diamond painting. So yeah, they do sort them, it looks like, in numerical order. So we can go through here. 3864 should be the end of the DMC regular ones. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these off right there, just to make life easier on me. So these are all their special drills. So we've got that AB there. Let me turn them over. A couple oranges. There's a pink, and let's straighten them out here. Let's see if we can take a look at their glitter dust drills. They're pretty subtle, sort of like Diamond Art Clubs, where the glitter is very, very fine. It's more like a fine mica powder that looks like it sort of matches the color. The powder on there either matches the color or maybe it's slightly silver. Okay, it's slightly silver, because there you can really see it standing out more on the darker colors. So the lighter colors, that glitter dust doesn't show up quite as well. There's another AB, and so the white, it's really not going to show up. Maybe just give a little bit extra shimmer there, but on the darker colors, you can definitely see the glitter in there. So that's a lot of special diamonds with that whole strand there of different colors. So I think this looks like a good set. I hope to see them create some more. Nice box for storage again. And everything you need in there, including the sticker sheet. Very, very nice. So that is Forever Young Mini Gems. Okay. Then our final one for this video. I do have a few more of these that I got for Amazon Prime deal. And they've been sitting there just kind of waiting for me to do an unboxing. So I've had these for a little while. But when I did the first one last month, I did find it a little bit difficult for me to see without being able to use the light pad. So typically, as I mentioned earlier, I will do these in the day. But the thing I like about these is how many are in the set and the different sizes and the different subject matter. There's a lot more I would buy, but I had to cut myself off. So this one has 16 animals. They have flowers. They have the ones I opened before, the beach scenes, the Chinese scenes, all sorts of neat ones available. So the toolkit is very basic, though. We do have metal tweezers, but they are the bendy ones, and a pen, and there's blue wax in there. It's probably hard to tell there, but nice blue tray. But all the diamonds come in bags like this, and they are acrylic. So I don't know if you can see that there. Hopefully you can see some of that. They have dimples on the bottom there, which is pretty good sign of acrylic drills. So the other ones were, for the other two sets, were a bit tricky to tell. I'm not completely sure on those, but these definitely are acrylic, and they do come in the trains. But it looks like we have a ton of baggies here. That's a lot of baggies. So we can kit them up into the baggies. Safety instructions, what you should do, what you should not do. So don't swallow. Don't leave where kids can get to them, etc., etc. So if I remember from the other set, they have pretty generic numbers here instead of the symbols for kitting up. And then we have the key here, although that's printed pretty small. You might take a picture with your phone and enlarge it, but you could, if you really wanted to do symbol stickers. I know a lot of people like to use their printer or copier to print them out on sticker paper, or use the Xyron sticker maker and roll it through to make them sticky. But those are pretty small, so I might enlarge that. But you can see the different animals we're going to have here. Definitely a wild animal group. And here they are. These are a little bit thicker than the Forever Young ones. You can tell just by kind of glancing there. So here you can see how thick they are as a group. there, so they are maybe just slightly thicker, maybe close to the same, but these are not full coverage, but the sticky is only where you need it, so it's nice and soft here just on the outside of that. So they do a very good job of keeping the sticky part only where the diamonds go, which is nice. So pretty thin cover paper, but I had no trouble with the stick on the other one. The other thing was that the spacing was a little bit loose, so they don't fit really tight, but that does make it a little easier for doing squares if you're new at doing squares, because there's a little bit wiggle room there. You want to aim for the center of the symbol. Don't try to touch the squares against each other, otherwise you'll get off on the grid. So just try to put it in the center of where that symbol is, and if there's a little bit of spacing, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to make everything fit together better. So anyway, there's that one. Oh, big eyes, isn't he cute? Here's our panda. These are really cute. Aw, and that's why there are so many more that I'd like to buy, but I'm just not sure until I can get through all these and make sure that I can do them without the light pad. But really, there's not a whole lot of colors in any individual one here. So, and the symbols look very clear, very easy to see. And here's our cow. Well, he's a bull. Can't be a cow, he's got horns. And there's a llama. He's probably like a yak or something. There's a little tiger, if we're talking wild animals. Our koala. The monkey. Lion. The zebra. And the elephant. So those are various minis options that are available besides the ones that you've probably seen a lot of. So I have unboxed a lot of the mini dazzles. I do like them. I have to admit that. Oh, let me get them here. I've been working on these the last few days, and the sparkle on these, the way they fit together, and the special drills. There's some ABs in the clouds there on this one, and you got ABs here in the horizon line there. I guess that's what you call it. But not only that, but the detail. Even though these are small, there's a lot of different colors there, showing the flowers and everything, and of course the rhinestones in this one. So Diamond Art Club mini dazzles are very nice, and I did write the names on the back, but very soft, very thick canvas, and they have the border on them. But really the ones that were first, I think, were the Paint Gem minis, and that's part of the stack here. I know I showed some of them for my month in review here, but they're a little bit smaller pictures, as you can see here, a little bit fewer diamonds. And now we have the Pretty Little Gems, where you can increase your collection. And then we have, let me put this away so I can show you again the front of the box. All the Luo Pixel sets from Amazon. I do really enjoy the artwork on these, and the fact that they are a little bit thicker. But it's the spacing and the fact that I can't use the light pad that has me wondering a little bit more about those. And then, of course, the Forever Young, which are a little bit newer in the mini gem business. So that's what I got for you today. Take a look. I will put links below. And again, thank you. I am not affiliated with Pretty Little Gem, but they do offer everyone a friends and family link for discounts. And so I do appreciate the purchases that you guys have already made from there, which have come back to me by using my link. So thank you, thank you. And hope you have a good week, and I will check with you later.